Vice President Leni Robredo's eldest daughter, Aika Robredo, formally seeks the assistance of the National Bureau of Investigation Thursday, April 21, over a fabricated lewd video that circulated online. In a letter addressed to the NBI Cybercrime Division, Aika's lawyers say they want to probe possible crimes committed by those who spread the fake video. Her counsels say they are filing this not just for Aika, but for all those who could be victimized by these online perpetrators. The vice president's eldest daughter became the recent target of disinformation after her mother improved in the latest Pulse Asia survey. Meantime, Robredo is seeking a repeat landslide victory in Negros Oriental and Siquijor, where she won by a large margin against Ferdinand Marcos Jr. in the 2016 vice presidential race. Robredo and her running mate Senator Kiko Pangilinan also secured the endorsement of Negros Oriental Vice Governor Edward Mark Macias, 1st District Representative Jocelyn C. Lim Caichong, and Dumaguete City Mayor Felipe Antonio Ipe Remolyo. A large young crowd shows up for Isko Moreno and Acción Democrático candidates for a concert rally in Tagbilaran, Bohol on Wednesday, April 20. At its peak, Moreno's campaign team estimates a 40,000 crowd at the Bilis Kilos is concert at the Old Tagbilaran Airport. The 47-year-old Manila mayor pitches a youthful, energetic, and open-to-innovation presidency before the Bohol audience. He promises to deliver a simple government that would attend to the basic needs of Filipinos and put aside political bickering and vengeance-seeking. He does not miss a chance to repeat his common refrain of ending the fight between Reds and Yellow Pinks, referring to the camps of former Senator Ferdinand Marcos Jr. and Vice President Leni Robredo. Moreno also meets with Bohol local government officials and makes a courtesy call on the province's Governor Arthur Yap, an ally of President Rodrigo Duterte.
Need more context, clarity, and perspective? Get the full picture with Rappler Plus. With exclusive content and events, you'll get an opportunity to discuss issues with reporters, experts, and featured guests while helping Rappler continue its fearless journalism. Join now.
Northern Mindanao police seized firearms from the security group of an agricultural company believed to be behind the attack on presidential bet Leody de Guzman's group in Bukidnon on Tuesday, April 19. Lieutenant Colonel Michelle Olivar says police inspected the Kiantig Development Corporation or KDC in Quezon Town on Wednesday, April 20. Inspectors find that 5 members of the security group were unlicensed and not wearing uniforms. Neither do the guards show any certificate of authority from the COMELEC to prove they are exempted from the gun ban. Police confiscate 2 pistols, a revolver, and 5 shotguns. But on Thursday, April 21, Olivar says investigators got hold of copies of documents showing the seized guns are licensed. Olivar says the firearms were sent to the PNP Crime Laboratory in Camp Evangelista in Cagayan de Oro to check if the guns were recently fired. De Guzman, who was in Bukidnon to campaign, says 50 armed men believed to be security guards fired a volley of shots at his group. He says he was around 500 Manobo Pulangion farmers who claim some 4 hectares of the more than 900 hectares occupied by KDC in Sitio Kiantig. 5 people were injured, including 2 of de Guzman's aides. Presidential candidate Vice President Leni Robredo says if she wins, the first 100 days of her presidency will be focused on sending a strong message that her administration will realize her vision of a clean government. In an interview with Rappler CEO and Nobel laureate Maria Ressa for Rappler's presidential interview series #WeDecide First 100 Days, Robredo says restoring public trust and confidence in the government is key. This is consistent with her campaign's overarching theme, Gobyernong Tapat, Angat Buhay Lahat. Robredo says at the outset her administration will have a zero tolerance for corruption. She also reiterates she will declare an education crisis following the sector's chronic problems worsened by the pandemic.
Yung education, even before the pandemic, we have been faced with a crisis of a magnitude na talagang kailangan talagang tanggapin natin na sobrang sad-sad na tayo. So yung sa akin talaga, magde-declare na ako ng education crisis. All hands on deck pagdating sa education.
In relation to the pandemic, Robredo emphasizes her government will further improve the country's vaccination rate and hit the target, improve contact tracing systems, and register everyone in universal health care in the first 100 days. Asked about her role as the opposition leader, Robredo says she is but a symbol of the power of ordinary Filipinos.
I don't want to get the credit for it. Ako tingin ko naging symbol lang ako. Parang the time was right. Pero it could have been anyone else. Yun yung tingin ko. Na yung tao handa na siya. Yung tao parang matagal na siyang nagkimkim.
Independence leader and Nobel laureate Jose Ramos-Horta declares victory in East Timor's presidential election. Ramos-Horta on Thursday, April 21, says he secured overwhelming support and will now work to foster dialogue and unity. Data from the country's election administration body with all votes counted shows Ramos-Horta secured a decisive 62% win in Tuesday's ballot, well ahead of his opponent, incumbent President Francisco Luolo Guterres with 37%. The 72-year-old statesman is one of East Timor's best-known political figures and was president from 2007 to 2012. Ramos-Horta was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize for his efforts to bring a peaceful resolution to the conflict in East Timor against Indonesia's occupation of the former Portuguese colony. He survived an assassination attempt in 2008. Addressing concerns over political instability in the country, Ramos-Horta says he will work to heal divisions in East Timor. Speaking to fellow Nobel Peace Prize laureate Maria Ressa on the day of East Timor's election, Horta said democracy is thriving in his country.
It is a crucial day for you and for Timor-Leste.
In the midst of the setbacks of democracy in Southeast Asia and beyond, we are a thriving, dynamic democracy. It is imperfect, except for the abuse done by the president and the government. It's still one of the most peaceful, politically peaceful country in Southeast Asia.